Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining my channel, The Balanle Babe. Balanle means finds wealth at home, and that's exactly what we're about here on this channel. Finding our wealth at home by budgeting and saving via our cash envelope systems. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Rita, and if you're returning, let's jump right into this video. All right, guys, so today we are going to be doing our week number 2 check-in of our September paycheck number 1, and I feel like this was a typical spending week for me. I feel like I didn't go crazy kind of the way that I did last week. But nonetheless, we have a few expenses that we need to plot down on our calendar and to unstuff some cash. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so first things first, we have our monthly spread here. So I have my handy dandy little tweezers. And then of course, if I can find them, oh, here they are. I have my stickers already written out. We're gonna be plotting down expenses from the 19th through Friday the 24th. So a little bit of a short week just because I wanted to get this video done and record it for you guys before I started my weekend, which is jam-packed. So again, I just wanted to take care of this. So our first expense that we have actually falls on Monday, September 20th, and me and the kids went grocery shopping after school. So that is an expense of $76 at Aldi. On that same shopping trip, we ended up picking up some food for the cat, and we ended up spending $9 out of our pets envelope. So I'm just gonna mark that down there. I apologize if you guys can hear the noise in the background. Hopefully you can't, but we have some construction going on outside the house. We did a no spend on the 21st, so our next expense was on September 22nd, and that is going to be 2 household expenses. I actually did a ton of cleaning this day, so I went and grabbed some supplies. That's $14.67 for home, and I believe that was at Rite Aid. I think I went to Rite Aid and another store. I'm not sure. We'll see it on my expense tracking sheet. And then we also spent another $11 on top of that. So then we skipped over here to the 23rd. And on the 23rd, that's when I actually took my daughter to the doctor, and we had to have a copay of $10. That copay actually was unexpected for me, so I ended up pulling it out of the wrong envelope. So you guys will see me reimburse myself for that in just a second. And then also we went and we got a car wash. So my daughter had track practice, and after her track practice, or excuse me, before her track practice, it rained. And so when we were leaving, my car got covered in mud when I drove out of where I parked, which was like on grass. And so it ended up being all muddy. My car was destroyed, covered in mud. So car wash it is. And I spent $25 because I got the more expensive car wash because again, I just had so much mud on my vehicle. So, okay. And I told you guys it was pretty simple. We didn't go crazy this week. So those are all of the stickers. So now let's jump to our transaction page where I'm going to color code my expenses, and then we're going to reimburse ourselves. So I have my little Yobi highlighters here. Again, I think someone asked me where I got these from. Just as a reminder, you can find these at Rite Aid. You can find them at Walmart, ShopRite. I've seen them at quite a few places. But we're gonna use yellow to color code our groceries here. So I'm just going to highlight that. And that was our $76 at Aldi. And pets is orange. If I can get it out of there. I'm not the best with staying in the lines. Okay. Household is blue. So we had our first one, it was Target. I couldn't remember where it was, but our first expense was $14.67 at Target. And then again over here, $11 at Rite Aid. I knew one of them was Rite Aid because it's right across from my house and I go there frequently when I need things, like quick things. Car wash, which falls under car maintenance, and then also medical. Both of those are sinking funds. So we're just going to use our regular old pink highlighter to highlight those. And in case you're new here, if there is a small C next to it, that means I already paid for it in cash. And if there's a checkbox, then that means I still need to reimburse myself. So there's a mixture here of the ones that we did. But what we're gonna do is actually start with the sinking funds this time around, because like I said, I need to reimburse myself from one of my envelopes in my cash wallet, and I wanna do that before I do my check-in for my cash wallet categories. So we have our purple binder here. It's starting to get a little bent. I keep telling you guys I'm going to change my envelopes and my binders. I promise I am. I'm actually just waiting on some Happy Mail. I did order and support from a few different Etsy shops, and so I'm just waiting on my stuff to come in, and then I promise I will, do a transition into my new envelopes and show you guys my new binders. But we're going to go ahead and jump to car maintenance first, which that's $25 that we need to reimburse ourselves. So currently in this envelope we have 30. I am going to use our oh shit fund to break down some of this cash. So we're gonna give ourselves 2 5s for this 10. See, this is coming in handy for like making change as well, which is why I wanna start putting like more $1 bills and things in here. All right, so we need 25, so we're gonna do 20 and 5. And then that leaves us with $5 for our car maintenance envelope. All right. So we're going to check that off, and then we also need to pull out $10 from our medical envelope. However, that is not going to go to, let's see if we have it. And here we have 2, 4, 6, 75. So we just need this $10, and that is not going to go in our pile that needs to go back to the bank because like I said, I am actually reimbursing myself for a cash envelope for where I took the money out of my cash envelope, because it caught me off guard, and they were like, it's $10 for the copay, because usually I don't have a copay for some of those visits that I take my daughter to. So anyway, I just reached in like the nearest envelope and pulled it out of there. So I need to put this back in my wallet. And then so far we have the $25 that's going back to the bank, and I'm gonna sit that right here for now. Okay. So now that we've taken care of our sinking funds, let's go ahead and check in with our cash wallet categories, which for me are groceries, household, pets, miscellaneous, gas, coffee, and bless someone. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just transfer over our ending numbers from the prior week to our starting numbers for this week. So groceries, we ended with $51, but my husband also gave an additional $50 just to compensate for how much we had been eating out. So that leaves us with a total of $101 to start the week off with, or that we started the week off with rather. We ended with $30 for household. Pets was $15. Let's see, miscellaneous spending, we left off with $15 as well. Gas was $0 because we completely depleted that envelope. Coffee was $5. And bless someone was $3. All right, so now we can go ahead and see how much we have left in those categories. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is go ahead and reimburse ourselves this $10 that we took out of our grocery envelope to pay that copay. Now for our groceries, we spent $76 at Aldi, and that was cash, so we don't need to unstuff anything for that particular category. So for groceries, let's see what we have left in here. If we add this $10 back to it, we have 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and $29 left over in groceries. Okay, so for household, in household, we had $14.67 at Target that we need to pull out. And then over here for our $11 from Rite Aid, we paid that in cash up front, so we don't need to take anything out of there, just the $14.67. So that's household. All right. So in here we have 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Let's see. I'm gonna go over and do 15 versus going under and just doing 14. So we're gonna take out the 10 and the 5, and that leaves us with $4 left in our household envelope. Okay, so next up is going to be pets. Oh, actually, let me write what we have left in our household envelope, which is $4. Okay, so next up is pets. And for pets, we started out with $15, but we need to take out $9 because we grabbed some cat food. So we have the $15, and again, I'm not gonna worry about the overage. I'm just gonna take out $10, and we will leave ourselves with $5 in our pet envelope. If you're new here, I typically round up in situations like that, so that leaves us with $5. Now we've actually reimbursed ourselves for everything that we spent so far. So you can see we either already taken care of it in cash or we just checked it off just now. So now we're just gonna finish checking in with the rest of our categories. So for miscellaneous spending, we started off with 15, and I feel like I spent something in miscellaneous spending, but I think I forgot to write it down. All right, guys, so just as I thought, I checked my receipts, and actually I couldn't find my actual receipt. So what I did was I checked my FETCH rewards account, where like when you scan your receipts, it shows all of your activity, and I was able to see what that expense was because I knew I needed to reimburse myself for something. So I did have a miscellaneous expense of $9, and that was at Rite Aid as well. And that was just for, I told you guys, instead of coffee, I have been doing my energy drinks. So that is what I spent that money on. So let's just go ahead and get that put onto our spread. And that was on the 22nd. Same day that I got my home stuff from Rite Aid. So that's $9. Let me actually write that. It's out of order now, but I'm still just gonna include it because I wanna make sure everything is documented. So that was miscellaneous, and that was on 9/22. And that was for a total of $9. And that was miscellaneous drinks. For those of you who might be wondering, like, why when I buy my energy drinks and things like that, do I not take it out of either my coffee envelope or my grocery envelope? I just really like to leave things for what they were originally allocated for, and my energy drinks aren't necessary. So for me, it's more of just like a miscellaneous expense. So again, we need to reimburse ourselves $9 out of that envelope, and we had 15 left over. So again, we're just gonna do $1 over and give ourselves 10. And that leaves us with 5. So we can check that off. Let me actually highlight. So we use purple for miscellaneous. Okay, perfect. So I keep telling you guys keep congratulating me and saying that I'm awesome on tracking my expenses. I'm trying to be, but you know what? Every now and then I do forget things, which is normal. So leaves us with $5 in our miscellaneous envelope. Okay, so now let's take a look at gas. Like I said, gas is already depleted. There's nothing in there, so that's 0. But first, coffee, we still have our $5 in here. Now that I take my daughter to school instead of my son, my husband does my son now, there's not really a Dunkin' Donuts on the way. So that's probably why I have not been able to spend that $5 yet. And then bless someone, we started out with $3 last week, and now we have 2. So we did give away $1 to bless someone. And yeah, we have 2 more to give away for this pay period, so. Okay, all right, so that is all of our expenses, and that is our check-in. So let's just add up and see how much money we have that we are going to be able to roll over for our next cash stuffing, which will be our next video. So $29 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 2. So we have $50 that we are going to be able to roll over from these particular cash wallet categories. So hey guys, it's me. I don't know where my head was at when I was filming this video, but as I'm editing, I realized I completely wrote my remaining categories in the wrong column. They should be over here. And I also forgot to write how much I spent. I don't know where my head was at. Like I said, I wish you guys could talk to me so you guys could have yelled at me and been like, what are you doing, sis? But anyway, let me go ahead and fix that for you guys, and then we can jump back into the video. All right, guys, so everything is fixed now. This whiteout looks completely horrible, but at least everything is in the right spot now. So yeah, let's jump back into this video. And then the amount of money that we are going to be taking back to the bank for this pay period, let me just get it organized, is $20, $30, $40, $45, $50, $55, $60 is what we're going to be taking back to the bank. So those are pretty quick and easy check-in for you guys. Our next video, as I stated, is going to be our cash stuffing for our September paycheck number 2. So thank you guys so much for coming and checking out this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave me a quick message, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.